So I wanted to ask you about welfare.
Well, I spent a good chunk of my life, 10, 15 years, lobbying for welfare reform, which passed in 1996 under President Clinton. It seemed to me crazy to pay people who could be working to stay at home, even if they were single mothers. And the thrust of welfare reform was to say everybody has to work, and if you work, the government will make sure that you earn enough and through subsidies have enough to live a decent life. And that's the direction we're going in, and it's a good direction. And we should keep going in that direction and not cut back on the programs that take people who are on welfare and push them into the workforce. The welfare rolls have been cut by more than half since '96. Child poverty did not go up the way people expected. It in fact went down. And the welfare reform has, by and large, there are some problems, but by and large it's been a pretty big success. It pushed a whole lot of people into the workforce who then did very well in the boom years of the late 90s. And they're staying in the workforce. They're hanging in there during the depression of this year and last year. So it was a good thing. It put the emphasis on work again. It knocked the props out from under the violent underclass, which is even now firing shots in the background. It had potential to change the culture of poverty that had grown up in our ghettos. It hasn't done as much as I expected, but it's slowly doing its work. Those people who used to, stay home and wait for the welfare check are now out working. They're in the mainstream of society. They're traveling all over town looking for jobs. They're meeting other people. People are discovering that they're good workers, and they're staying in the workforce, and they're making more money than they were before, by and large. So it's been a good thing, and eventually, over time, it'll be a huge thing in terms of helping to cure poverty in America.